Let's see. Okay. Wait a minute. Comments. Okay. Woohoo! All right. Let's see how this goes. This will probably be a big mess, but that's all right because we're going to have some fun tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am High Heel Knight, and I am joined by my absolute bestest friend in the whole world. Please introduce yourself, and there's probably a few second delay before she speaks. Tech issues, what can you do?
Hello, everybody. I am Jill O'Lantern, Esquire.
And together we are going to talk about the most triumphant return of Wyld Stallyns. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, we're going to talk about... I wanted to have the musical effect. I couldn't figure out how to do it. That's why I was re-recording. I was like, we'll record it. I'll put it in. I was like, no, let's do it live. Just like that news announcer said, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Let's try something new. All right, so as you see, I have my farewell tour from Bill and Ted's Halloween adventure from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. This was the Florida t-shirt. I don't know if it was California. Big fans of Bill and Ted. And Jill Lantern, please let them know how you are dressed if they can't figure it out for themselves.
So I am the female version, gender bending as Bill. I've got my best Bill curly hair going on here, and my sweatshirt with my Bill S. Preston and my Wyld Stallyns logo. Let me see. There it is on the back.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. And so I saw the movie via digital purchase, and you went to the theater. And you might have to turn down your mic on your end. I don't know. Are you watching it on a computer on your phone or just a computer? Now I can't hear you at all. Oh, no.
Is my mic not working? Can you not hear me?
Now I can. All right. Well, we will get through this.
I can hear you.
All right. But yeah, you're like barely moving. Okay, no, there's some movement. All right,
so,
good.
Yes, I saw it.
Hey, yes, wonderful. How was your theatrical experience? New standards and regulations and things like that. How's your theoretical experience?
Well, it was awesome. I drove 2.5 hours both ways, so 5 hours to find a theater that I could go see the movie at because I really wanted to see this movie in the theater. I was hoping they would delay it until more theaters were open and there were less regulations, but they put it out. So I made the journey. I went with a friend. We were the only two in the theater to see the movie, but didn't care. It was most triumphant.
Well, when the movie came out, I'm in New Jersey, and theaters were still closed. New York still closed. So it didn't matter how far I drove. I wasn't going to find a theater. So Bill and Ted was one of the few movies I would say, okay, I would consider renting it because I am such a big fan. And I decided to do the purchase because the rental was $20 for $5. You can purchase it, and with the service I use Voodoo, D-U-D-U, however it's pronounced, and it came with extra bonus content. It came with a couple of special segments, special posts, and Comic-Con interview Zoom interview hosted by writer-director Kevin Smith. So that was very nice. But yeah, if I could have seen it in the theater, I would have. Even now the theaters are finally open, Bill and Ted isn't playing in my area. So it's like, well, I'm glad I got the purchase. And I'll still probably buy the movie when it eventually comes out on official DVD with like, a superset of all 3 films. But yeah, I was like, this is one of the few movies I am willing to pay the actual price for. Not Mulan, not even Black Widow, but definitely Bill and Ted. I was good for it. Oh, and she's in, and she's out. And I see the thing Tatum Meiser saying, I'm sorry, I keep looking over here because my computer's over there, but my camera's here. I tried doing the camera over there. It just wouldn't look good without, it wouldn't be able to see my shirt. And now Jill Enter is having some trouble. Let me just see what Tatum Meiser's saying. Hold on. All right, he's watching sports. Okay. Hey, she's back. Yay! So, and just as we're both having tech issues, if my computer suddenly goes off, that's on me. But
I don't know if it's my technology, but
I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear you. I still don't hear you. Be like Hulk Hogan. Nope. Still can't hear you. I'll keep my hand until I hear you. Tatum Meiser's watching sports, by the way. I still can't hear you. Try saying the alphabet again until I hear you.
Hi Hill Knight, can you hear me?
Yay! All right, well, tell you what. Why don't you start off since you're struggling a little bit more and you're than I am. And as I was saying, I keep looking off to the side because I can see my computer if anyone chimes in and stuff like that. But let's start with the negatives just to get them out the way. Because I only had like what's negative about the movie, and it's not really a bad thing, just about me. So were there any negatives you had about the film?
I did not hear what you just said. I'm so sorry. Can you say that again?
Oh, we're going to start with negatives just to get them out the way. Did you have any negatives about the movie?
Oh, sure. So let me preface this by saying that I only saw it once.
Oh, you keep going out.
In this,
You keep going out. Tell you what. Let's try something else. I want to try something. I'm gonna try a brand new one, right? Um, are you using your laptop or a cell phone?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you using a laptop or a cell phone?
So I'm connected to Wi-Fi. I'm on a laptop. It says I'm like fully connected internet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. try on your phone. Do you have your phone available? See if
Yeah,
that
okay, I
helps.
can try that.
Oh, yes, step out, and then I'll see when you're back in, and maybe that'll be better. Isn't technology wonderful, folks? Oh goodness. All right. Well, I'm still broadcasting, and I might as well say how my theatrical experience was. I this movie in theaters, but I did go see New Mutants in theaters. It was myself, a couple behind me, a couple in front of me, and this guy in front of me, he had his mask. He and his buddy had the mask on coming in and going out. But then while they're watching, they had the mask off the whole time. And to make matters worse, the dude took off his shoes and put his feet up in front. Now there's no one else in front of him or anything like that, but it's like I just got this guy's funky feet up in the air. And it's like, we're trying to keep these clean. It's the first week. It was like the second day of the first week that the theaters were reopened. And I'm just thinking, dude, come on, man. It's the first week. It's the second day. Just try to keep things clean. So, that was so annoying. The New Minutes was fine. But, so we're waiting for Joe later to come back. Again, I apologize. This is first time trying to do it this way. With all these overlays and things, and hopefully I'll be better next time. Oh, goodness. I wanted it to be something like the first Bill and Ted movie where they would try to record their own videos with the video camera. They would trade back and forth. It was real grungy and underground. And I guess this is as close as we get in 2020. Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. I think she's coming back. Okay. Try talking now.
Okay, High Hill Night, can you hear me now?
Yes. I can hear it. I can see more of you also, which is even better. You got that great, shirt and stuff like that. So we can actually really see the shirt.
Can you see my face?
In fact, let me see I can see your face. I can't see your hair, but I can see your face. But yeah, we can see we can probably see the design a little better now if you're able. I don't know if you're able to turn or anything, but
see my Wyld Stallyns, Bill S. Preston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. So I think we're going to be better now. All right. So let's as I say, any negatives about the film?
Yes. So I may have missed some things. Like I was saying earlier, I didn't go into it with the idea that I was going to review it. I was just very living my best Wyld Stallyns life. But I did not see as many Bill and Ted isms, if you will, as I would have liked to. Just more callbacks to the first two films. I would have liked to have seen more references, more, I am Bill S. Preston, Esquire, I'm Ted, Theodore, Logan, just more of the nostalgia, I guess I was looking for. I also felt like the actors looked tired, which is a terrible thing to say because I know they're older. I'm older and tired all the time. But there was a line where Ted says to Bill, he says, we've been trying to write this song for however many years. I'm tired, dude. And I thought, boy, you look tired. Like I felt like Keanu Reeves almost looked like he didn't want to be there, which was really disappointing because I had read interviews and stuff from him that said that he really did. He was super excited about it. So I don't know if I just haven't seen him in a movie in a while or if that was just how he kind of chose to portray the character. And I guess the last thing that I wasn't super on board for was the fact that we are doing spoilers, right?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, everybody, we are doing spoilers.
Okay, good. So the fact that the daughters ultimately wrote, if you will, the song to unite humanity, I just felt like they didn't play instruments. And I know, of course, in the beginning of the first film, Bill and Ted don't know how to play instruments. But the fact that they made such a thing out of, well, we just listen to music that we like. I wasn't on board for that. I thought it would have been more if they had a creative talent or goal or skill or something, if that makes sense. But those were my main negatives.
Okay. All right. Well, I remember you mentioning that when we texted about the movie earlier, and I was thinking, well, they are in their mid-50s, and they've been trying for 25 years to save the world, so they should be tired. And as far as Keanu Reeves, I'd imagine he's in great shape because the John Wick, and now he's going to do another Matrix film, but he is still 55, and I imagine like at some point that's like physically catch up to him, especially in the movie where he can sort of take his time. So it's like, oh, I'm actually 55 and tired. He's tired. Let me really show the tiredness I'm trying to be. But he's definitely Keanu Reeves definitely loves being in this part of this franchise. As I said, the DVD extras with the interviews, he's very excited about it. And he and Alex Winter have been friends, audition, and continue being friends. I would say that he probably was just acting more, he was channeling more of his fatigue than you probably were expecting. But I did appreciate that. And with the daughters, I was concerned that they would overshadow the film. I do like that how at the very end, yes, it is Bill and Ted playing those last bit of instruments that creates the super special effect and stuff. But yeah, I was concerned that because there's a lot of films in recent years, especially with the Star Wars, that they're trying to push their new characters so much and toss aside the other one. It's like, no, it's Bill and Ted. They are the great ones. They are the ultimate guys. Yes, there are other people in the band in the group, but they are the great ones. They're the two this whole franchise is built around. So that's something that I appreciate. Now, as far as my negative, I only have one real negative because I went in this movie with bias, with positive bias. I was just happy this movie even existed, and so my only real negative was Kid Cudi, because I'm watching the movie. I saw the promos, and I thought he was some character they made up. Some new modern musical guy, and they just hired some actor to be that. And after I saw the film, I found out that Kid Cudi is a real person, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Maybe Kid Cudi or Cudi or something like that. But it's like I had no idea who this young man is, but apparently he's a major musician. He's the song from various movies. He's made appearances in various episodes and various shows. He's this up and coming star, but I had absolutely no clue who he was. I felt so old.
Now, wait a minute. This is the guy that they get like from the future, the modern, like the hip hop artist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was a
Yeah, he's a real guy. He's a real actor. He's a real oh, good. I thought the only one. So yeah, I felt so. In fact, the weekend that I saw it, I originally made a recording to review this. It was the day of the MTV 2020 Music Awards, and each year I watch less and less of this show because each year I know less and less of the artists. So now I watch this whole movie, thinking they're just made up some character. Like, no, this is a major superstar on the rise. I have no idea. Oh well. All right. Well, that's the negative. Let's get to the positive. Let's get to the positive. Let me change up the banner here. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So share your positive thoughts about the movie.
Well, you had mentioned the character balance with the daughters, because that was something I was worried about too, that it was going to be one of those attempts or even like a fake out to hand off the franchise like they've done with Star Wars, they did with Indiana Jones. So I thought that they're going to have a lot of Bill and Ted, i.e. Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, in the preview. But then when we actually get to the movie, those are the only scenes, and then it's going to hardcore focus on the daughters. But it didn't. I was very pleased with I thought it was a really nice balance with the amount of Bill and Ted and the daughters, and also the princesses, their wives. We didn't get a lot of the princesses in the first two movies. We don't need it. But at this point, they've been married to them for a long time. So I thought it was nice to include that storyline, just another like peek into their life and what they've been up to since the second movie came out. Thought that was really fun. I also really liked the alternate universes and seeing different versions of Bill and Ted if different things had happened. I thought that was super fun. I have a feeling that the actors had a really good time doing that. And it was a nice way to have more Bill and Ted in the movie, but not just the same Bill and Ted. Because like you were saying, in your mid-50s, the mannerisms and the way that they speak is not the same as it was. So that was nice to be able to see that. I liked that death had such a part in the film, and it was the original actors. So many were the original actors, which I loved. And the person that you're talking about, whose name I can't remember, the hip hop artist that apparently is real, I liked at the end when he had the answer, and then they couldn't figure out how he had the answer, and then he's like, station. I was like, yeah, station. But then I thought about it, and I'm kind of still thinking about it. How did he know that? Is he station? Who is station? Like, I know who station is to me from the film, from the second sequel, but is he station? I still can't quite wrap my mind around it, but at least station had a cameo, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, and I'm in agreement with you a lot. With the daughters, I think one of the things that makes it good is that it doesn't sort of hard turn into the Little Bill and Little Ted movie, and because we do get to see more of the princesses, they have their own little subplot. That helps with the balance. That helps with the fact that yes, you're not following Bill and Ted throughout the entire movie. They're going to other characters. But yeah, it makes sense. Hey, it's the third movie. We should have something with the princesses. That scene where they're in the therapy together and keep saying, "We love you, we love you." It's like it's not registering in her brains. Like, I want to hear "I." Oh goodness! And yes, Death, the actor who played was back. The actor who plays Ted's father came back. And someone I was hoping would come back because it wasn't in the videos or anything. So, I wonder if she's going to come back. Please let me come back. And Missy, the actress who played Missy, who just bouncing around from us and the husband, was there. I was like, yes, no matter what happens, yes, with the show. Oh, goodness. And let me see. Now, I will say with Kid Cudi, Kid, K-I-D, Cudi's, capital C-U-D-I. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. If it's not, someone in the comments let me know how to phonetically say it. But I will say there's a trait in movies, especially when it comes to minority characters. Now, we're just going to put this in the negative. It's like, you know what? I like this movie so much, I don't know to bother. But it's called the magical, mystical Negro. Basically, it's characters that are there just to help the white leads, and they just come in, they give wisdom, and then they have no sub-story of their own. So that's sort of what he does. It's like, hey, I'm this guy that's only in the movie, and I'm giving you all this wonderful exposition. But yeah, I was like, okay, fine. They obviously can't get George Carlin back. But I do like that they had that little bit of a cameo that's they found a way to have him in the movie. So I really appreciated that. I even wonder, like, are they going to still use the phone booth? Because phone booths don't really exist anymore. Phones out there, public phones have them, but yeah, I saw that before. So yeah, just a big old nostalgia trip. Oh man, I just lost my thought about something. Oh well, hopefully it'll come back to you. But yeah, I just enjoyed this, and even like I said, go.
Oh, I was just saying, I was agreeing with you're talking about like the phone booths are not a thing. With that, I think they had some choices to make, and most of their choices were not like off-putting or startling to me. It just kind of flowed seamlessly. Oh, of course they have a pod now. It's not a phone booth. So to me, that means they're good choices because it wasn't something that just completely pulled me out of the story.
Yeah. And with Kid Cudi, you said like how he knows all this stuff. I was thinking, well, maybe they could have just made him Rufus's grandson. But I thought, well, then I remember, no, Rufus is going to have a daughter, so it makes sense that the daughter would be, the new guy. So I was like, okay, fine. They found something for Kid Cudi to do. I just wish I knew who that young man was. Oh man, I feel so bad and so old about that. But yeah, I definitely.
What is your opinion on Rufus's daughter? That character, Kelly, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I'm a basic fan of Kristen Schaal, and again, I was concerned: are they going to overuse her or not? I don't really like her character, but okay, this is who she is. And I didn't really like the whole arguing with her mom and stuff about how the fate of the world is going to. And now I remember what I wanted to talk about before, but yeah. So like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, yeah, okay, this is what we got. So I guess they wanted a bit of family drama here as well. So oh well.
Yeah, I didn't like the character. I didn't care for her and the family drama and her character. I think it was overused. I think it was just too much.
Yeah, I would agree. And I didn't really like the robot. I like the idea of the robot, but then when he turned out like this weird, semi-childish, half-witted creature, I want scary guys. It's like with Ultron in the MCU. You don't really care about this, but like Ultron, he seems so scary in the promos, and then in the movies, cracking jokes all the time. So here you got this killer robot. I was like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. And he's turned into yet another joke. And I realize this is a lighthearted movie, but still, it's like, oh, I would have liked it to be the actual threat for at least longer until what. But oh well.
I totally forgot about that character. I could not stand him. I couldn't stand him. And I think the direction the actor went with it, I think he was a very lovable character, and a lot of people probably really liked him. But it was just too much. We don't need to feel compassion or feel like you want to come in and dance and be part of it. We just don't need you. It was so odd. I will say that pulled me out of the movie, out of the story, because it was so odd.
Mm-hmm. And now something I remember what I want to talk about before. One thing, like superheroes are my favorite type of movie, but my other favorite type of movie are time travel movies. And I usually get annoyed when time travel rules make no sense in the story. But here, I let it go because from the beginning, they were working loosely with the whole time traveling stuff, them in time, but their personal time is still going normally and stuff. So like, hey, it's been over 30 years. I can't start complaining about it. Unlike with Tenet, I went to go see Tenet, and my goodness, the time travel nonsense just gave me such a headache. I would do a review of Tenet, but that's like probably the best bad movie I've seen since I started reviewing films. It's like on a technical level, it's spectacular, but the story just annoyed me like to no end. But yeah, so with Bill and Ted, the nonsense time travel, the alternate versions of the future selves, the going through infinite moments and giving music to everybody and stuff. I'm letting it all go. Over 30 years, can't start complaining now. So, so any so let's go to our verdict then. Hold on. I'm just gonna switch here. Oh, let me get this. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Feel so old. Okay, there it is. All right, so Joe Lanter, please share your final thoughts and your verdict for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Overall, as a Bill and Ted fan, probably all of us true fans were a little worried about this movie. I was very pleased with it. It didn't disappoint or go in a negative direction. I thought it did the franchise justice. I think it did the characters justice as a closing chapter. As an overall film, I would probably give it a B, but this was just what I needed right now in the middle of 2020 and this year. And just with my love of the franchise from the long running show at Halloween Horror Nights, I'm going to give it a B+.
And I am on a similar frame. I'm a big fan, love the movies. I had the comic books. I watched the animated show. I love these characters. I love the Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm glad they were willing to do it because no one involved in this movie needed to do this. Okay, Keanu Reeves obviously doesn't need to do this, and he spent much of his career trying to get away from this character because every time someone would talk about him or portray him in like cartoons and stuff, he'd be the Bill type character. So he's already like escaped that character, and now he's going back. And Alice Winter, he has a great career as a director of animation stuff, and all the other people behind this, they've all moved on, but thankfully they all came back. Various other actors came back, and they didn't try to ruin the characters. They didn't try. Obviously, that up in some of the things that happened at the end of the second film, but it didn't try to ruin it. Didn't hardship to make it. Oh no, this is a little Bill, little Ted movie. He brought the princesses in. So yeah, and as you said, this is something we needed right now. Just some fun, not stupid, not brainless, but still fun, enjoyable. I don't know how new fans or new people to the franchise might enjoy this, but someone like ourselves, we love this. And I wish I knew who Cudi was. So B+ from me as well. Okay, well, thank you very much, Jill Lanter, for joining me on this review. Thank you for anyone and everyone that watched this. I think we might have one more comment here. Let me see the comments before we go.
Yeah, sorry about the technology, and I know the lighting is terrible. I'm on my cell phone. It's 2020, and we're doing the best that we can.
Yes, we're all doing the best we can. We're all trying to learn new ways of communicating, new ways of getting things done. In my case, movie theaters are finally open again, but almost all the movies I wanted to see have either been pushed to next year or have already come out, or I got to pay some type of $20, like Antebellum. I wanted to see Antebellum. I'm not going to pay $20 to see it, though. I'll wait. That's another time travel thing. A lot of time travel stuff going on in fact now. But yes, so thank you so very, very, very much for joining me for this review. And to everyone watching, be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. I am High Heel Knight. Thank you once again, my best friend Joel Lanter. And my dear, would you please take us out?
Be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.